My dear students, I welcome all of you. Today we are going to discuss a very important subject, that is importance of water and water pollution. As you know, water is one of the most valuable natural resources present on the earth. We also know that if there was no water present on this planet, the survival of life would have been almost impossible. So it is because of water that the planet Earth is inhabited by living beings, including humans. You know, 71% of the Earth is covered by water, but only a small portion of this is fresh water and fit for the human use. So we can understand the importance of water and the responsibility of every human being to preserve water and look after this as a precious resource that is very essential for the existence of life. We not only use water in our daily lives, but water is important for all the cellular and metabolic activities that take part in our bodies. Water is not only important for humans and other animals, it is also very important for the survival of plants on this planet. So, there is no doubt that the life would have been impossible without the presence of water. Importance of water: all the cellular processes take place in a water medium. So, whatever cellular processes are important for our lives, they take place in a water medium. Similarly, all the reactions that take place within our body and within the cells occur between substances that are dissolved in water. So, whatever reactions that are important in our bodies and without which our bodies would be affected and the lives of the humans and animals would be in danger. All those important reactions take place in a water medium. At the same time, the substances are also transported from one part of the body to other in a dissolved form. We very much know that there are a number of substances that are to be transported from one part to another part in our body. Even the excretion would not have been possible without the support of water. Similarly, a number of hormones and other substances are transported from one part of the body to other, and the importance of water in that cannot be undermined. Hence, organisms need to maintain the level of water within their bodies in order to stay alive. Any change in the water that makes it unfit for the use is known as water pollution. Rather, any physical, chemical, or biological change in the water is known as water pollution. Any substances that makes water unfit for the use is known as a pollutant. Water pollution. Contamination of water bodies to make it harmful for organisms is called water pollution. We use the term water pollution to cover the following effects. I am being very short and precise. First, the addition of undesirable substances to water bodies. It is very common to see that a number of substances that are harmful are being added to the water bodies, are being added to rivers, streams, wells, and other water bodies. These undesirable substances make water unfit for the human use, and even it becomes unfit for the use of animals. This addition of undesirable substances is known as water pollution. So we refer this addition of undesirable substances to water bodies as water pollution. Similarly, the removal of desirable substances from water bodies is also referred to as water pollution. So not only we have to look after the addition of undesirable substances to water bodies, we also have to take cognizance of the fact that there are a number of things that lead to the removal of desirable substances from water bodies, and that also leads to water pollution. Similarly, a change in temperature. If the temperature of water changes, if it increases, it leads to the removal of oxygen, and that ultimately endangers the aquatic life, especially the fish and other aquatic organisms that use the dissolved oxygen in water. So, any thermal change in water also leads to water pollution. So, these are some of the main terms that are referred to cover the water pollution. So water pollution, not only we throw our household things, which include plastic cans, plastic bags, used water bottles, and other substances at the banks of water bodies that ultimately leads to water pollution. We also see the effluents coming from the industries and factories, untreated sewage that also adds to the pollution in water bodies. Similarly, many toxic chemicals uh, and many times we see leaks in the oil tankers that are being transported, that also adds to the water pollution. Similarly, the uh, agricultural wastes and the addition of pesticides and insecticides that also adds to the pollution of water. So some of the key sources of water pollution with special reference to India are the following. Number one, urbanization. With the increase in the population and with the migration of the people for the economic opportunities from villages to cities and towns, there have been an increased population and increased urbanization due to the increase in population in towns and cities that has put a pressure on the water bodies. A number of domestic and industrial wastes are being thrown in the water bodies that ultimately causes water pollution. So industrial effluents a very common cause of water pollution. Similarly, social and religious practices. You see, there are a number of religious festivals, social gatherings where the food wastes, where the plastics, water bottles, and other such plastic substances are thrown open, and they ultimately find their way to water bodies in rivers and other water bodies. At the same time, we use detergents, soaps that most of the time also find their way in the water bodies. Similarly, the use of fertilizers, the insecticides, and pesticides also causes water pollution. There are also a number of indirect causes of water pollution, which includes deforestation, the soil pollution also ultimately leads to water pollution. But these are some of the common causes of water pollution in India. We will continue this in the part third. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much.